Hey everybody, it's Gretchen. You're watching Proof Weight Loss Surgery Works, and today is Tuesday, November 1st, 2016. Let's get right to the topic. This one's a good one, I think. What is the perfect day of eating for you? What about these foods do you enjoy? Detail out a day of eating for us, share the time of day and food, and if you're eating for fuel, pleasure, soothing, etc. So I love food ideas. I always think that we get stuck in a rut. I mean, a rut's okay if it's what you like, but for me, I end up eating the same thing for a couple of weeks and then I'm just bored of it. I don't really buy cases of things because I'm usually the only one in my family that'll eat it. So behind me on my computer, I typed out a typical day. It varies depending on the day of the week. I'm much more regimented during the week than I am on the weekend. I pack mostly breakfast, lunch, and snack here because I work pretty early. So let's get right to it so I don't make this too long. Breakfast. I'm a morning person. I know I'm not the only one out there. You want to admit it. And so I tend to get up around 4:30 during the week, and during the weekends by 6:30. My daughter jokes that I need my quiet time because I have to be caffeinated and dressed before everybody else. And if she gets up with me, she knows that she has to be quiet for like half an hour. So that's coffee. I drink coffee with Splenda. At home I use skim milk. At work I use half and half. So I'll have 1 cup of coffee at home about 5:30 or 6, and that's every day of the week. I do drink coffee on the weekends. On the weekdays it's more, about 3 to 4 to 5 cups a day, caffeinated, I'm not gonna lie. And it's always with Splenda, and at work again it's half and half. It's usually a flavor type of coffee too. So my breakfast during the weekday here is around 9 or 9:30. Weekends a little bit earlier. I eat breakfast for fuel. It's eggs. I love eggs most of the time. I have hard-boiled eggs on hand at all times. I make 2 scrambled eggs with a tablespoon of Kirkland bacon crumbles. That's the Costco brand. Big bag of like for $10. It's totally worth paying for the convenience sometimes. A tablespoon of cheddar cheese and some onion or chopped peppers, mushrooms, some sort of veg, just all big scramble. And I'll reheat that here. I think I'm just going to go with this week because I could go off with variations on what I eat. If you want to find me on my Fitness Pal, let me see if I can quickly find my name on there. I can't remember. If you don't know me on Fitness Pal, send me a message to add me. I make my my diary public. Here it is. It's GISME-VSG. So back in the day, I was G is me VSG because I had no idea what kind of name to choose for myself. So that's me. Okay. Lunch during the weekday at work is about 12:30 or 1. If I'm at home, like I have to work at home tomorrow, I try to stick to the same schedule because otherwise I find myself grazing. Weekends tend to be about somewhere between 12 and 2, and again, lunch is fuel to keep me going. I have to have some sort of protein. Took my daughter out on Sunday. What did I have? Some sort of cilantro, lime, chicken from Applebee's with rice, and I don't eat rice very often. I was stuffed after that. This week I've been eating Trader Joe's Harvest Salad, which is a pre-made refrigerated salad. So good, guys. Quinoa, cranberries, butternut squash, pecans. A little higher in carbs, but it's so filling and it's very, very tasty. And I also have been having some baked apples that I made at home in bulk to use up some apples before they went bad. Sometimes I'll bring yogurt too, or a hard-boiled egg. I need something to hold me over during lunch between drinking water because next comes the bad part, my snack. I have to have a snack somewhere between 1, 2, 3 o'clock depending on when I have lunch. Not too early because then I'm not having any kind of period of time where lunch is actually satisfying me. During the week it will be a protein bar or an apple with peanut butter because it takes a long time to eat that, carrots with some sort of hummus, again because it takes a while to eat that, hard-boiled eggs. If I don't have eggs in the morning, I try not to have more than like 3 eggs a day. snack is both for fuel and pleasure. When I had to figure out what this was, which category I would put it in, it has to be both. Snack gets me through the end of my day, but it also has to be something that will satisfy me, and it's more of a snacky, you know, grazing type of time of day for me. So it kind of satisfies that part of it, plus keeps me going till dinner, because dinner is not usually until 6:30. My husband works really funky hours. Sometimes he's not even home for dinner. He'll eat leftovers of what we have. Weekends around the same time, whether we go out or not. So what I have pre-made in the fridge tonight, I have some cheeseburger salad base, which is a ground beef, 80-20 ground beef with some ketchup and mustard. I have a spicy chicken soup. I have roasted pork loin with vegetables, and I also have leftover homemade pizza. Now, tonight though, if I have time, because I'm working late, then I have Tanya, VSG, her Brussels sprout Parmesan bacon recipe. So that might be my dinner and my lunch tomorrow. That's if I have enough time to cook it. Otherwise, I'll just grab something out of the fridge that's protein based. I really don't eat a whole lot of bread. In fact, I really am going to go out for a steak, and the steakhouse that we usually go to gives you bread and butter right there. So that's something I'll have a little bit, but I really don't have a whole lot of sandwiches. I'll eat, another lunch idea is a cheese stick of some sort, whether it's light string cheese or cheddar cheese wrapped with some spicy mustard or some hummus. I need a lot of spice, I realize. The more flavor, the more satisfying it is to me. If something's kind of bland, I tend to eat more of it, and I'm still struggling with the idea of not snacking after 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock, watching TV, breaking that habit. So there you have it. That's your basic idea. To give you an idea, I'm about 20 months post-op from the sleeve. I'm down 133 pounds at my lowest. I'm maintaining about 149 pounds, give or take. And my calories tend to range anywhere between 1450 and 1700 if I have a drink on the weekend. Or 2 or 3 or 4. Come on, it's not lying. It does happen. Life happens and you get back in these old habits. Funny thing is, I'm still really good about not eating and drinking at the same time. I will eat before I have an alcoholic drink. I'll drink however much I'm going to. I'll wait a little bit. I might have a snack or two, but no meal with a drink. I still order water at a restaurant, not to confuse the waiter though, because that's just order water. That's my suggestion. Even if you don't drink it, it won't create this confusion of, are you sure you don't want to have a drink of anything? So my rules are protein based. I still eat protein first. I still eat for fuel for, I would say, 2/3 of the day. I do eat for pleasure. I do eat for, I would say, soothing, kind of goes along with the pleasure, not emotionally, but just to have something that you're eating more because you enjoy it, as opposed to it giving you energy or filling. We have ice cream in the house. We have pretzels in the house. I just choose more wisely of when I have those. So I hope you have some great ideas. I'm looking forward to seeing what everybody else has this week, and I'll see you next Tuesday. Bye.